All right, welcome in. I'm Brett Dickinson, and I'm here with 2023 Pittsburgh Steelers Courage Award recipient Calvin Austin III, and had a pretty good week this week. Week three under the books in the NFL, and Calvin kind of really standing out. A career game for you in the NFL, obviously, just a young career, so we expect a lot more of that. But let's just talk about how you felt going into this game. Did you know you're going to be such a big part of the game plan, and when did you realize that hey, I just broke my career high?
Um, you know, yeah, I woke up feeling great. Any day, you can wake up on a Sunday and get to play football is just a blessing from God. So, I was woke up feeling great. And we went into that game with only four receivers being active, and the other starting receiver, Van Jefferson, got hurt. What I think our first or second series, so we only had three receivers. So, and inevitably, like, everybody, all the receivers are going to be a pretty big part of the plan, and role increased. And so, just to have that game was pretty special, and, obviously I'm looking forward to having more like it. But I think one of them, Roman on the sideline had told me, he was like, bro, you need just like 5 or 10 more yards to, get 100. So I was like, I mean, I was obviously pretty close. So that's actually how I found out, because I was like so locked into the game. So, but yeah, so hopefully can continue to build on that.
Yeah, and going off of a 95-yard game, and a lot of that came on one big play. Everybody has seen the highlight: 55-yard touchdown catch and run. It wasn't just in the air; you ran past the entire defense. And we're talking about that 4.32 speed. What was that? What was that feeling like, knowing that, hey, these are NFL guys, and I'm faster than everybody on the field right now?
Confirmation of how I feel going into the game. That's kind of always my mindset. That's my God-given gift. So being able to put it on display is always fun. Like I said, it was like a good call, good concept, good ball, and so I just got it and did what I do best, run.
There you go. And now looking at the Steelers and looking forward, 3-0. This is a team that there was question marks going in. Obviously the quarterback situation, and you got two new quarterbacks in town. But you guys have seemed to settle in, and obviously one of the better teams in football right now, one of the only undefeated teams. Were you guys this confident in how you would play coming out the gate and starting those first 3 weeks?
How we approach training camp and the way we practice. We're pretty confident for sure going into every game. And so, we just have a great leader in Coach Tomlin, who always have us prepared and, mentally in the right mindset for what we have ahead of us. But I mean, to be pretty honest and to put it bluntly, 3-0 really doesn't matter. I know a couple years ago we started off, 1-4 or something like that, and ended up still having a chance at the last game to make the playoffs. So, at this point, it really doesn't matter. It's still a very early in the season, but you do have to appreciate what we have put out there, and but you can't, just dwell in it. You got to take it for what it is and continue to work and move on, knowing that we obviously, they just, in our division alone, we're gonna have a tough slate ahead, regardless. So these are all, every game at this level is important. So you can't, you definitely don't want to discredit us winning those first three.
Yep. And, you talked about training camp and how you guys felt. We actually got to come up and see you and visit. We also came and saw one of your teammates, who's a newer teammate, Carolina Panthers 2023 recipient, Dante Jackson. And, there was some talk about you guys going back and forth and in practice and things like that, and how much you can learn off of each other. But I'm going to get a little bit more personal here. We just saw you run past an entire defense running 4.32 speed. Now, Dante Jackson, when he came in the league, he ran a 4.32 as well at that 40 combine.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw you out on the spot right now. Who's faster, you or Dante?
I got to bet on me. I'm
There it is.
gonna go with me all day long, baby.
All right, we're going to try to get a response out of Dante coming up sometime soon, and maybe we can put you guys to the test at some point. So,
That's
um,
good.
awesome, awesome. So I want to wrap up, and we want to talk about a little bit about last year, and you obviously win the Black Courage Award, but and you came to our event and brought your parents and an amazing a weekend, but you also got a chance to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers Courage House, their annual event for the Courage Award recipient for the team, the Holy Family Institute. Talk about that event, how important it was for you to kind of be announced as the Black Courage Award recipient in front of your coaches, your teammates, and everybody kind of there, and also doing it for the kids at Holy Family Institute at the same time.
I mean, that's what it's all. That's what it's all about. You know, to be able to just have a moment to be a kind of a inspiration for those kids was special because I mean I feel like when we go there and we interact and meet the kids and stuff, we kind of leave being the ones impacted. You know, like it's almost like they're happy to see us, but then we leave like, man, we didn't expect to have those feelings and to just be overcome with the emotion like that. But it was very special, and I kind of it's one of those awards that you'll always remember and special because of the things like that. What you do, you go and you create relationships, you meet people, and it's not just like an award that you just gonna get and boom, that's it. It's an award that has like a true relationship and people behind it that you can like see with your own eyes and look back and remember. So that what makes it just very special.
Yep, and that Holy Family Institute event's coming up in just a few weeks, starting up in November. So definitely be on the lookout, and looking forward to seeing who the Steelers recipient is this year. Obviously, you've been there, you've done that, so you can kind of give them the lay of the land and let them know how amazing the event really is. We certainly appreciate everything, Calvin. We're certainly rooting for you for the rest of the season. I'm here in Baltimore, but I'm still rooting for you. I'm not a Ravens fan, so I'm going to let it
Be
slide.
careful. Careful.
There we go. So I think they're begging here in Baltimore to not tear them up too much. No more 55-yard touchdown passes against the Ravens. But I'm biased, so I'm non-biased. So you can do whatever you want. We're certainly proud and very glad to see you kind of break through this past week and really making a name for yourself in the league now.
Thank you. I appreciate it a lot.
There he is, Calvin Austin III, 2023 Pittsburgh Steelers recipient, and a monster week, career highs for Calvin this past week, week 3 in the NFL season.